All right, look, now on my channel, we get straight to the content. Now, before I go get my daughter, gotta give Joe Budden a shout out. He did a very, very good interview with A$AP Rocky. That's probably one of the best Joe Budden interviews we've seen in a very long time. I was loving that video, loving the energy. Like, A$AP Rocky is a legend. And then, like, A$AP Rocky, like, Joe Budden's doing that interview with A$AP Rocky. It goes to show, like, you don't necessarily got to sell 100 billion records to have cultural relevance. Like, A$AP Rocky has cultural relevance. Like, y'all remember during the pandemic and we have like the verses, right? So you have this person versus this person, right? So I'll just use this rapper as the example. So you got to do like Eminem. Eminem sold hella records. But who could Eminem face in the verses and really have a chance against in the culture? Because a lot of Eminem songs have no cultural relevance and he's not cultural relevant. Nobody was trying to dress like Eminem. None of us. So it don't matter. And his little style didn't last. Like, A$AP Rocky is with fashion because he creates the waves. In a lot of my videos, I say I'm 41 years old. Dudes like Dipset, they create the wave. So, like, y'all can say what y'all want, but like when I was growing up, we wanted to dress like them. We wanted to have the same fits they had on. They got cultural relevance. They'll never outsell Eminem. They'll never outsell Taylor Swift. But their cultural relevance is so high. So a dude like A$AP Rocky, who is not just from the culture, he is the culture. It's wavy, and it was a really good interview. It makes you think about the difference between I Show Speed and Kai Cenat. I Show Speed is a Black American, like really foundational Black American. I think his mom from Cincinnati, his dad from Cincinnati move to Detroit. I got family in Detroit. We're talking about high cultural relevance. Kai Cenat got families that's Islanders. Shout out to the Islanders that's not Black American. So some of this shit you're not going to relate to. Some of this shit you're not going to be able to handle. You know what I mean? And then, so I was loving like just hearing A$AP Rocky. And then, you know what I mean? I'm a retired sniper. So you gotta put respect that A$AP Rocky is A$AP Rocky and he bagged Rihanna. You just gotta love that. Like, if you're a person like me, you just gotta love that. You know what I'm saying? So then they do this great interview with A$AP Rocky. I'm loving it. And what does the Joe Budden podcast do? Double back being hypocrites, right? I couldn't believe that I went from having one of the best Joe Budden interviews to these guys being pure, straight hypocrites, right? And the leader, when it comes to stuff like this, is always Mark Lamont Hill. I keep trying to warn y'all, dude is a doofy. So they're talking about the video with Corey Holcomb. If y'all not familiar with Corey Holcomb, he's a comedian. He got a lot of material on the internet. He does like a show / podcast. I'm not a Corey Holcomb fan. I never really listened to his comedy. I'm not really a crazy Corey Holcomb fan. Like, I see some of his clips and they like sound like it's some of them be funny, right? So a video that's old resurfaces of Corey Holcomb mushing the drone, right? He mushed the girl right in her face, bow, just like that, bow, right? So we already looking at Corey Holcomb a type of way, right? So you gotta realize when men, and I'm a man, so I'm gonna speak from a male perspective. When you have to know when men are coming from like they're about to act like a biatch, right? So Joe Budden already don't like Corey Holcomb, right? And you can hear by the cast outside of Ish and Ice, they already don't like Corey Holcomb, right? So it's easy to throw him under the bus, yo. He did something egregious. He's put his hands on a woman. Like, it's easy to throw him under the bus, right? So every time, like, Joe Budden does his thing, he says how he feel about Corey Holcomb. He don't like him. He never liked him. Like that, okay, all right? He cooking him, okay. Corey Holcomb deserves to be cooked, right? And then Mark Lamont Hill chimes in. Okay, they cooking him, right? In the same breath, they condemning, and like, I am not a fan of Imani, but Imani kind of brings up how they're being hypocritical. You got to hear how Joe Budden and Mark Lamont Hill start copping the plea for R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, bro. Now, the Michael Jackson one, we're not even about to do all this and go knee deep in this content, because that would have to be a separate video. But we know R. Kelly is like not scheduled to get out of prison until like 2070, right? And I'm black, so I can say this. And this is where y'all black people like be hypocritical, bro. And I'm black, and I don't try to be hypocritical like that. Yo, do not grind up Corey Holcomb and then cop pleas for Michael Jackson and R. Kelly the whole time. I don't even go out my way to agree with Imani, but Imani's right. Like, and then they're saying like, well, and then ICE is like, yeah, well, it's your preference. It's your preference. Yo, that is bitch activity. It's not a preference. It's right or wrong, bro. As black men, we have no choice but to be superheroes, bro. So we have to carry this shit a certain way, point blank, period. I'm not sitting here like, Joe Buttons did have comments about Diddy, right? But before all that Diddy stuff really came, like, he never really fried Diddy like that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I know he worked for Diddy. He might have had a personal relationship with Diddy. Listen, I'm not even coming at Joe for that. But the fact that you want to cook Corey Holcomb, and you really, like, if you really listen to the Joe Budden podcast, he really handled Puff Daddy situation with kid gloves, bro. I don't really want to hear you talk about Corey Holcomb, bro, just because you don't like him. And y'all know, if y'all familiar with my other content, I like Mona. I like Damona. Damona, every chance you get, you brag about how you scam men and you did this and you did that and you scam people in general. You are not the person to be on the podcast being the moral police, disrespecting Corey Holcomb. And he was wrong. But let the other people that live a more righteous path come at him. Not you. You not the one. You laugh and brag. I heard you laugh and brag multiple times about you scam this nigga, you scam that nigga. It's so, listen, I ain't gonna lie with y'all. It's so snowy, I don't even feel like pulling out the car. But like, you didn't brag multiple times. You didn't scam this person, scam that person. And then, look at my daughter's bus, already coming. She about to be looking around like, I ain't got nobody to help me. But like, all that bragging you do about scamming people, and you want to look, y'all see my neck go back? I almost slipped. Like, I don't got no respect for it. You not the person to violate Corey Holcomb. And Corey Holcomb deserves to be violated, but not by y'all hypocrites. Y'all got ICE on there. ICE, yo, before we had a president, right? ICE multiple times referred to Donald Trump. Look at this. This is what I'm walking through right now to get my daughter. Maybe I should have took the car. This shit, look at the steps that I'm taking, bro. Multiple times, fucking ICE would refer to Donald Trump as Big T, Uncle T, just real coon activity. And y'all want to sit there and ride y'all high horse about Corey Holcomb because he didn't mush the bitch? Y'all not the ones to talk about it. That's all I gotta say. Y'all wasn't the ones. That's not how y'all need to be potting. That's why people, Joe Budden said, damn, this shit got a nigga tired. Hold up. I gotta get in the fucking street. Hold up. Damn. A nigga feel like he on naked and afraid out this bitch. But, like, yeah, I'm not even in my bag on some, yeah, Joe Buttons allegedly did this and that. Hey, baby, I'm not even doing that. But, like, y'all motherfuckers on y'all high horse. Why y'all not calling ICE out? Yo, before Trump was president, ICE was calling this bull Trump Big T, Uncle T. Y'all love Trump, he funny. Y'all not even hold him accountable for that. And y'all want to tell me about some damn Corey Holcomb. Please, like, subscribe, turn your notifications on. I'm out, yo.